Moses joined me on the desk. All right, it was fight night Friday night in Edmonton. Co-Lake's Tim Chemelli in action. And you have the details on what exactly went down.
Well, you know, it was a bit of a redemption song, or at least the attempt to. Tim Chemelli getting back into action. He was on the fight card looking to get back into the win column. The 31-year-old was filling in as a replacement fighter, taking on Dwayne Lewis. The bout went a full 3 rounds, with Lewis winning by unanimous decision. Chemelli took the fight on short notice, leaving him only 2 weeks to prepare.
They weren't there. They weren't where they should have been. No excuse. It is what it is. I took the fight, like you said, short notice. In enough shape. I just couldn't pull the trigger in the later rounds. I got the win, but I'm not happy at all with it. I think I tore my hamstring in the first round. The rest of the fight, I was lucky enough. I was a little quicker than him. You know, he's a little slower there at a full camp, so you know, it wasn't my favorite tonight, and I walked away with the win.
Chemelli's contract had the option for a rematch. Lewis has already said he'd be in, while Chemelli is going to take some time with his family before making that decision. Now, it was a bittersweet moment for St. Walburg's Jamie Labakane. The 26-year-old sits in 10th in the GMC Rangeland Derby, but an injury has him watching from the sidelines.
I didn't realize how bad the injury was, and whatever, worked the rest of the week on it and stuff like that, and drove the first night with it just taped up, and the doctor figured right away that I completely tore my MCL and my ACL.
The injury occurred last week after the event in Onion Lake. While unloading the horses to his barn, one of the horses was spooked and kicked him in the right side of his knee. Labakane continued on, but after day 1 of the Rangeland Derby, the pain and swelling was too much. Now he hands his outfit to childhood idol and family friend Doug Irvine.
Doug drives a lot similar to us. Dad trained Doug how to drive, and always been kind of one of my childhood heroes, and a hell of a driver, so just happy that he agreed to help me out.
As tough as it may be, Irvine has done extremely well. Labakane's outfit finished in the top 4 last night and sits in 10th place overall, right in the thick of it for a top 8 spot for semifinal Saturday.
It's always great to see my outfit performing the way they are at Stampede. I mean, they're sitting right there where they need to be. It's just disappointing that I'm not the one holding the reins, doing it myself.
Labakane says the recovery time for the injury is 6 to 9 months. After the swelling goes down in about a month, he will head in for surgery. Labakane will miss the entire CPCA season.
All right, let's go to the Lloydminster Bobcats. They continue to make roster moves ahead of this summer's combine this weekend. The Cats sending 19-year-old sophomore Robin Carlson and former WHL goaltender Luke Lee Knight to the Battleford Stars of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League considerations. As a rookie, Carlson dressed in 41 games, notching 4 goals and 9 points, while 20-year-old Lee Knight spent time with the Spokane Chiefs and PA Raiders in 2011-12 and the Tri-City Americans last season. He was released earlier this summer. The Bobcats will go with Devin Green, of course, who is coming off a strong season. In 23 starts in the orange and black, the 18-year-old went 11-4-2 with a 2.62 goals against average. The moves today will give the club more flexibility heading into 2013-14. All right, to the Lloydminster Vandals. They battled the St. Albert Stars on Saturday. Lloydminster was forced to play with a very short bench. Only 21 players made the trip, and a few key guys were absent, which meant the results weren't pretty. And look at the score, 79-3 Stars was the final. Believe it or not, this isn't the Vandals' most lopsided loss this year. They were thumped 79-1 in the opener. The current national champs sit second last in the league, but there is a saving grace. The top 6 teams make the playoffs. They're in 6th, so there is nothing but up for them. Another win would go a long way in securing a playoff spot, but it won't be easy. Up next for Lloydminster is the undefeated Calgary Gators. To the NSRBL tonight, the playoff picture will get clearer for some. The Border City Blue Jays are down to their final 2 games as they take on the Midgets. The Jays need a win and a juniors loss tomorrow to clinch 2nd place in the league. The St. Walburg Reds hold on to the final playoff spot at 6-6, but the Meadow Lake Sox have 2 games in hand at 5-5. So the Reds need wins in their final 2 games starting in Standard Hill tonight, and some help along the way.